Say Java quick tutorial for Selenium part 2. Java quick tutorial. In part 1 we discussed what we discussed. First, Java environment setup. Java environment setup. Next, Java fundamentals. Java fundamentals. Here we discussed writing comments in Java. Next, data types. Next, continue Sridevi. Tell me the Java fundamentals in sequence, what we discussed in the last class. Java data types. Next, you continue Prudvipal. Why nobody responding?
Java modifiers.
Who is telling?
Praveen
Rao. Java modifiers. Next,
variables.
Variables. Next,
Operators.
Yes. Operators in Java. Operators. Next,
Conditional statements.
Yes, flow control. Under flow control, conditional statements. Next,
Loop statements.
loop structures or loop statements. Next,
String handling.
Yes, string handling in Java. String handling. Next,
Arrays in Java.
arrays in Java. Java arrays. Next,
IO operations.
IO operations, input and output operations.
File handling.
Okay. These topics we discussed in the last class. Next, continuation. What are the remaining topics for Selenium? Next, file handling. Next, Java methods. First, Java built-in methods or predefined methods. Next, Java user-defined methods. Next, exception handling. See, these are the Java fundamentals. Next, OOPS, object-oriented programming concepts. Java OOPS B. Just a minute. First Java fundamentals, then Java OOPS. Java OOPS. OOPS stands for object-oriented programming system. Here, 4 fundamentals of OOPS. What are they, Madhavi?
Sir, inheritance.
Next.
Polymorphism.
Good. Polymorphism. Next.
Abstraction.
Last one.
Encap.
Good. Encapsulation. Encapsulation. Okay. Say first file handling. File handling. Say computer point of view, everything is file. Drive is file, folder is file, file is file, database also file. Database files. Correct term. See, end user point of view, drives, folders, files, databases, etc. This classification. But computer understand things in terms of files only. Computer point of view, everything is file. Here, how to handle files? Using file class, predefined class. Using file class, we can handle computer files. Just a minute. Using file class, we can handle computer files. Computer files. See, using this, just a minute. Computer files. Using this file class, we can handle text files only, folders, text files, but other files. What are the other files? For example, Excel, Word, etc. See, if you want to handle Excel files, you need to download third-party jar files, Excel jar files, Word jars. See, this file class only for flat files, drives, folders, and flat files. If you want to handle Excel, you need to download Excel jar and add. Next, Word jars. Okay, anyhow, that we will discuss later. Using this file class, we can handle drives, folders, and flat files. I will show an example. Example, create a folder. Create a folder. See, launch Eclipse. Create a Java class. Suppose sample. See, check main method. It will generate main method. You know what is the purpose of main method? Purpose of main method. Sridevi, purpose of main method in Java? Sridevi not responding. Santosh, purpose of main method in Java programming. Madhuri. Pradvipal, purpose of main method in Java programming.
Yes, sir. To educate the programs, we only can educate program after main method. So
Program execution starts from main method.
method.
Program execution starts from main method.
Main method.
Okay. Create instance in file class. Instance means object. File, this file is predefined class. You take any object name, file object. You can use ABCD also, equal to new keyword, next class name, same file, within parenthesis and double quotes, path for storing. Suppose I want to store on desktop. Just a minute. Desktop. You take desktop path. Just a minute. Suppose folder name Selenium. Use double backward slashes or single forward slash. Semicolon. Import file class from java.io, java.io. Okay, next, using this file object, create folder. See, file object dot make dir. Type m, select mkdir semicolon. Observe on desktop, no Selenium folder. Run the program. See, observe Pradipal, Selenium folder created on desktop now.
Yes, sir.
See this. Okay, remaining examples we will discuss in detailed chapter. Here only quick tutorial. See, file handling. Next topic, Java methods. First, predefined or built-in methods. Java built-in methods. Java built-in methods. Say a Java method is a set of statements that are grouped together to perform an operation. A Java method is a set of statements that are grouped together to perform an operation. Methods are also known as functions. Methods are also known as functions. In structured programming, for example, C language, we use functions, built-in functions and user-defined functions. In object-oriented programming, example Java language, we use methods, built-in methods and user-defined methods. Getting this point, Madhavi?
Yes, sir.
Methods are also known as functions. In structured programming, example C language, we use functions. In object-oriented programming, example Java language, we use methods. Okay, when we choose methods, whenever we want to perform any operation multiple times, then we choose methods. See, purpose of methods, reusability, code reusability. Next, we have two types of methods, built-in methods and user-defined methods. First, I will show some examples for built-in methods, then user-defined methods. See examples for built-in methods. See, we have some categories of built-in methods. For example, string methods, methods on strings, number methods, methods on numbers, array methods, methods on arrays, character methods, methods on characters. See, first I will show one string method. Just a minute. String method. String str1 equal to Selenium semicolon. Next, string str2 equal to capital letters Selenium semicolon. String str3 equal to, str is string name, you can use any name, any meaningful name, Selenium. See, string is object in Java. See, display, suppose str1 dot equals method. This is built-in method equals str2. It returns Boolean result, logical result, true or false. Next, SYSO control space enter, short form for display statement, output statement, str1 dot equals str3. Observe Saloni, what is the first output? String 1
False.
false. String 1 small
Yes.
letters, string 2 capital letters. So false. Next,
True.
str1 dot str3 true.
Yep.
Run the program. See false true. Just a minute. This is an example for string method. Method on strings. Next, one number method round. For example, what is this method? Equals method. Next, round. Method names starts with small letters. Class name starts with uppercase letter. See round method. What is the functionality of round method? Rounds the value to nearest integer. Rounds the value to nearest integer. Observe. Suppose double data type. Double A equal to 10.456. Next, double B equal to 10.767 semicolon. Next, output statement. Here math is built-in class. Math dot round of A. Next, math dot round of B. What is the first output, Sridevi? Sridevi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
What is the first output? Round the value.
False, sir.
False, not false. It is value based output,
Values
not
based.
logical
Okay.
output.
Okay.
10.
10 nearest integer. Suppose below 0.5 to nearest integer.
Zero. It makes a
10.
zero. Yeah.
10.
10.
Next, second output.
10.5.
Nearest integer.
11.
11, sir.
11.
11.
11. Run the program. 10, 11. Just a minute. Observe Praveen Rao. Earlier we used a method on string directly. str1 dot equals. This time math dot round of A. Why? The string variable. String is object, but double data type is not object. That's why we are taking that math built-in function support. Getting this point, Praveen Rao?
Sir.
See, in Java, everything is object except primitive data types. Integer, double, boolean, etc. In Java, everything is object. String is object, array is object, everything is object except primitive data types. That's why Java is not 100% Oops, 100% object oriented programming. Why? Primitive data types are not objects. That's why here I used math predefined class. Earlier I used methods directly. Why? String is object, but double data type is not object. Next, one character function. Character function is alphabetic. Is alphabetic. What is the functionality? It checks whether the value is alphabet or not and returns Boolean result, logical result, true or false like. See, example. Declare two characters char a equal to single quote. This is Java syntax. Suppose Z semicolon. Next, char b equal to single quote. Suppose 1. You can use any character. Alphabets or numbers or special characters. Next, display. Here also character is not object. It is data type, primitive data type. So here I am taking character predefined class. Character dot type I, select is alphabetic method. Next, A. Next, just a minute. B. Saloni, tell me the outputs. What is the first output? Is alphabetic or not?
Yeah, true.
True. Just a minute. Next, B.
False.
False. Output. True, false. Expected output. True, false. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, now Madhavi, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, come to user-defined methods. User-defined methods. See, anyhow, it is quick tutorial. In detailed tutorial, I will explain each and every concept in detailed manner. Here, just overview. User-defined methods. User-defined methods. Here we have two types of user-defined methods. Method with returning value. Method with returning value. Next, method without returning any value. Method with returning a value. Method without returning a value. These are the two types of methods. So I will show you example. Examples. And one more thing. Usually we call methods using object. Calling methods by invoking object. Without object also we can call methods. Static methods only. Anyhow, that I will discuss later. See, in two ways we can call methods. Not two ways. If it is static method, without object we can call. If it is non-static method, by invoking object we call. Here I will show only non-static methods. In user-defined methods chapter, I will show static and non-static methods. Here two simple examples. First, create a method with returning a value. Create a method, just a minute. Create a method with returning a value. With returning a value. And call the method by invoking object. Observe. First create a method, public. You don't concentrate on the syntax, that we will discuss later. Suppose return type int, method name, multiply. Next parameters, int a, int b, suppose int c. Open curly braces. Next, I'm declaring one local variable, int result. Next, result equal to a plus b plus c, not plus, multiplication, a multiply b multiply c, semicolon. Next, return result, semicolon. What is the problem? Public int, remove invalid modifiers. What is the invalid modifier here? Oh, method declaration before main method. Method declaration before main method. Next, method calling after main method. Okay. Next, create object. How to create object? Class name. What is the class name here? Sample. Class name. Next, object name. Class name, object name. You can use any meaningful name. Suppose ABC or OBJ equal to new class name. Class name is sample. Open and close parenthesis, semicolon. Next, you can use this object for calling methods. How to call? Suppose returning type integer na, we have to store the value equal to ABC, OBJ na, OBJ dot method name multiply, suppose 10 to 4. See, whenever you want to multiply 3 numbers, you can use this method. If you want to display X, run the program 80. Okay na, Madhuri?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Okay. Next, observe Praveen Rao. Here, 2 statements. Make it one statement. Make it as single statement. Reduce the code size without disturbing the functionality. Pradvepal, make these selected statements into one statement, single statement, without disturbing the functionality. Reduce the code size.
Enter your results equal.
Pardon? You remove this one.
And
Here
result equal.
Enough na?
Result.
See, clarity point of view, I used two statements, single statement enough. And one more thing, Suleiman, here also 12 and 13. Two statements required.
Yes.
Suppose your
Okay.
your expectation is only displaying the output, use single statement.
Yes, system that outprint line in parentheses, object that multiply.
Good. If you want to display the value, just use single statement. Run the program, same output. But one purpose is there. If you store that value into variable, you can use that value anywhere. Here only displaying. Okay, na Pradvipal?
Sir. Yes,
See,
sir.
in this second scenario, two statements required. Why? If you want to display the value, you can use single statement. Suppose I want to store the value later I will use that value in another block of code. That time taking value into variable is mandatory na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, one more method without returning any value. Suppose public void means return type nothing.
Nothing.
Public void, suppose add open curly braces. Next, suppose int a equal to 10, b equal to 20, semicolon, just a display statement. A plus b. Here no return statement. Obj dot add. Here I didn't use parameters. You can use parameters, no issue. Run the program. 30. Method without returning any value. See, here you can ask one question. It is returning 30 na. 30 is not returning the value, displaying the value. Displaying is different, returning is different.
Yes, sir. So why did we display before here, sir? Before main method?
Before?
Yes, sir. We put system out before main method. The previous syntax we didn't put before.
Observe, the system dot out dot println method is part of this method, user defined method.
Okay, sir.
But we are calling after main method now. We are calling that method after main method only.
Yes, sir.
Before main method only declaration. The system dot out dot println statement is not independent statement. It is part of this add method, user defined method.
Okay.
Okay na?
Okay, sir. Got it.
Okay. Next, come to Java exception handling. Java exception handling. Just a minute. Exception handling. Say, an exception is an event that occurs during execution of a program when normal execution of a program is interrupted. Exception handling is a mechanism to handle exceptions. Next, common scenarios where exceptions may occur. Common scenarios where exceptions may occur. One is scenario where arithmetic exception occurs. Next, scenario where null pointer exception occurs. Next, scenario where number format exception occurs. Next, scenario where array index out of bounds exception occurs. These four are the common scenarios. Scenario where arithmetic exception occurs, scenario where null pointer exception occurs, scenario where number format exception occurs, scenario where array index out of bounds exception occurs. Remember these four: arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, number format exception, array index out of bounds exception. I will show an example for remaining. I will show one example for arithmetic exception. For remaining exceptions, we will discuss in exception handling chapter. Observe. Example. Say int a equal to 10. Next, int b equal to 0. 0 also value. Next, int result equal to a by b. Observe Saloni, something by 0. What is the output? Something by 0.
0.
0.
No, sorry, the number will be the output 10.
Mathematics important for computer programming. Sridevi, something by 0. Prithvipal.
Undetermined.
Suleiman.
It's undetermined. We cannot divide by 0.
Infinite na?
Yeah.
So we cannot display that one. So arithmetic exception. But it is not syntax error. It is not showing any syntax error. Runtime error. See, suppose Selenium testing. Next. Hello Java. Observe Sridevi. In this program, how many outputs are there in this program? How many outputs?
One is infinite, the other one 2, 3.
Venkat.
2, sir.
Pardon?
2.
2. What about 10th line?
We have 3.
3 outputs. Okay, forget about exception, but 3 outputs. But first output problem in first output. So
Error.
Program execution will be interrupted. It won't show second output and third output. Say problem in first output, but it won't show remaining outputs. Why? Program execution will be interrupted. Run the program. Observe. Exception. Here, using try-catch block, we can handle this exception. Can you tell me, Prithvi, try-catch?
Yes, sir.
Try.
Try.
Open curly braces. Next.
Catch.
Catch after 10th line or after 11th line?
After 10 lines.
Close. Catch.
Catch.
Open curly braces.
And the last after 18 lines.
Just a minute. Here exception. What is the exception?
Error.
Exception. What type of exception? Arithmetic na?
Arithmetic, yes, sir.
Just a minute. Arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception. Suppose exception name E. Any meaningful name you can use.
Input.
What is the problem? Spell mistake. Exception. Okay. Spelling mistake. Next, error handling code. Error handling code. Okay, error. You can use any meaningful statement. Run the program. Observe. Observe Sridevi. First output error, but it is showing remaining outputs na. Means complete program executed na this time.
Yes, sir.
Madhuri.
Hello.
Madhuri, this time complete program executed na. First output error, but it is showing second and third outputs. But earlier, program execution interrupted. Okay, na Madhavi, did you follow this one?
Yes, sir.
Praveen Rao.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, come to Java oops. B. Java oops. We have 4 fundamentals of oops now. First, I am taking inheritance. Inheritance. What is inheritance? Inheritance means reusing. It is a process of inheriting. Inheriting means reusing the class members. It is a process of inheriting the class members from one class to another. Class members. What are the class members? Variables and methods. Variables and methods are known as class members. It is inheritance. It is a process of inheriting the class members from one class to another. Next, the class where the class members are getting inherited is called as superclass or parent class or base class. See once again, the class where the class members are getting inherited is called as parent class or superclass or base class. Next, the class to which the class members are getting inherited is called as subclass or child class or derived class. Next, the inheritance between superclass and subclass, or you can say parent class and child class, is achieved using extends keyword. Extends. I'll show the example. Continue. See once again, inheritance is a process of inheriting the class members from one class to another. See example. First create a class. Suppose select package new class A class A. Class A. Here create a method. Create a method. Before that, just a minute. Int A equal to 10. Int B equal to 20. Just variables. Next method public void add open curly braces. Next just a display statement A plus B. Next create object in order to call the method. Tell me Madhavi, create object. How to create object? How to create object in Java? Saloni,
Yes, sir.
create object in this class.
Okay, class A.
Class A. You know the syntax. Class name.
Yeah, class name, then any name, any meaningful name.
Any name for object. Suppose
ABC
ABC equal to
equals new class A.
new keyword class name. What is the class name?
Class
Class
A.
A. Open and close parenthesis, semicolon. Next, ABC, ABC dot, what is that method name? Add. Run the program. It is showing output now. Okay. Okay. Next, create one more class. Class. Suppose class name class B. Class B. Next, inherit, reuse class members from class A. How to inherit? Using extends keyword. Extends class A. In this scenario, which one is super class which is a subclass, Sridevi? Identify the parent class and child class. Which one is parent? Class B or class A?
Class A is the parent, sir.
Yes,
Class B
class A
is
is parent, class B is child. Okay, now I want to access method from class A, parent class. Create object. You know how to create object. Class B. Next, XYZ equal to new class
new
B
class
semicolon.
parenthesis
Next, access that one.
semicolon.
XYZ dot
Class A.
add. See, this XYZ method is not available in class B, but available in parent class. We are accessing, we are
Parent
reusing,
class.
we are reusing the method from parent class. Run the program. Getting the output now.
Yes.
Suppose, just a minute. In child class also same method available. Int A equal to 100. Int B equal to 200. Next, public void add open curly braces, next display a plus b. Then what is the output? See, same method overriding. This concept is called method overriding. Same method name available in parent class and child class. That time first priority goes to local class. First priority goes to local class. Run the program. 300. Suppose here no method, no add method. Just a minute. Then it will access that add method from parent class. Praveen Rao, did you understand this concept?
Yes, sir.
Same methods available in parent class and child class. That time first priority goes to local class.
Local class.
Local class. Suppose I want to access parent class method only. In the child class also same method available, but I want to access parent class method only. Then how to access? You create object using parent class name. Class A, next obj2 equal to new class A, next obj2 dot add. Suppose meaningful name, use meaningful name obj1 obj1. What is the first output? 300. Second output 30. Run the program. Just a minute. Run the program. 330. Observe Prithvipal. No add method in local class. Then what are the outputs?
30.
Two outputs. 30 na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a minute. Santosh, did you understand the concept?
Yes,
The
sir.
local class means child class, right?
Child class. Local class means where we are executing the programs. In
The,
child class only. Just a minute. Anyhow, it is brief idea. This is class 1. All of you put mute. Class 1. Next, class 2. Okay. Next, polymorphism. 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 What is polymorphism? Existence of object behavior in many forms. Existence of object behavior in many forms. There are two types of polymorphism in Java. One is method overloading. Another is method overriding. Method overriding. First one, method overloading. Next, method overriding. What is method overloading? If two or more methods with same name in the same class, but they are differ in following ways: number of arguments, are type of arguments. Observe method overloading. If two or more methods with same name in the same class, but they differ in the following ways. One is number of arguments or type of arguments. Next, method overriding. If two or more methods in the if two methods that available in parent with same name, if two methods with same name that available in parent class and child class, that is method overriding. Earlier we discussed and observe Praveen Rao. Earlier in inheritance, this overriding now. Two methods available in parent class, two methods with same name available in parent class and child class. Observe in the previous example, add method available in parent class and child class. If two methods with same name available in parent class and child class, that concept is method overriding. Next, method overloading. Praveen Rao, what is method overloading?
Yeah,
Two or more methods with same name.
with different arguments and
Mm,
child class.
mm. If two or more methods with same name in the same class, but they differ in following ways: number of arguments or type of arguments. Observe Prithvipal, in method overloading, single class only.
Yes, sir.
If two or more methods with same name in the same class, that is method overloading. Next, method overriding, two methods with same name that available in parent class and child class. Method overriding, indirectly we discussed in previous example. Next, I will show one small example for method overloading. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Observe. Okay. Suppose class C create two methods with same name. Just a minute. Suppose public void add int a int b open curly braces. Next, display a plus b. Next, one more method, two or more methods. Suppose add, it is showing a syntax error. Why? Same name, duplicate names not allowed. But if you use number of arguments, differ in number of arguments or type of arguments, then it will accept. For example, just a minute, double A, next double B, double A, double B, next int C. Observe Madhavi, in this class I created three methods. Three methods name same na?
Yes, sir.
but difference is there. First method, 2 arguments, integer type arguments, 2 parameters,
Yes.
integer type parameters. Second method also 2 parameters, but double type. Next, third one, integer type only, but 3 parameters. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Call. You know how to call these non-static methods by invoking object. First, create object, class, name C, obj equal to new class C, open curly braces, close, semicolon. Next, obj dot, suppose add, based on values for parameters, it will call that method. Observe, suppose I am using 1.234 comma 3.4, then it will call this second method. Next, obj dot add of, suppose 10 comma 23 comma 45. Next, obj dot add, suppose 10 comma 70. Run the program. Observe, Sridevi. Observe, it's showing 3 outputs now. Method overloading.
Yes, sir. Sir, if you have put one more, sir, call method, like a 3 integer, what will happen? If you call one more method with 3 integers.
3 integers already we called now.
So if you call one more, sir, like
one, not
integers,
one more. You can call 1,000 times. Same output.
Okay, sir, but
otherwise you can use different output, different parameters. Suppose 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Run the program. See, showing output na 6.
Yes, sir. Got it.
See, method functionality is primary purpose of methods is reusability. You can reuse n number of times. No issue.
Okay, sir. Got it.
N number of times. Okay, good question. You can reuse methods n number of times. Once you define methods, once you declare methods, then you can use n number of times. Before moving to next topic, just Praveen Rao, just tell me what is method overloading and what is method overriding?
Method overloading. The same methods are declared in parent class and child class.
Method overloading. Don't confuse. Santosh?
Two methods.
2 or more, not only 2.
2 or more.
2 or more methods.
Methods having same name.
In the same class.
In the same class.
But they differ in number of arguments or type of arguments. Observe, Praveen Rao, don't confuse. Method overloading, single class. Method overriding, multiple classes. Observe, method overloading. If 2 or more methods, not only 2, 2 or more methods, in that previous example, I used three methods. If two or more methods with the same name in the same class, but they differ in number of arguments or type of arguments, that concept is called method overloading. Next, method overriding. Madhavi, method overriding.
Having multiple arguments in the same class.
Pradvepal.
So methods overriding means two class having two or more methods.
If two methods with same name that available in parent class and subclass or child class is called method overriding. Observe, just a minute. Method overloading. Continue, Saloni. What is method overloading? If
two or more methods with same name.
Two or more methods with
same name.
With same name.
In same class.
With same name in the same class. Same class. But they differ in.
But they differ in number of arguments and type of arguments.
Good. But they differ in. One is number of arguments. Number of arguments are. Okay, just a minute. But they differ in number of arguments or type of arguments If two or more methods with same name in the same class, but they differ in number of arguments or type of arguments, this concept is called method overloading. Next, method overriding. If two methods with same name that available in parent class and child class or subclass. Child class. This is method overriding. Okay, na Sridevi, any confusion?
No, sir.
Pradvepal, are you following?
Sir, I got it, sir, now.
Okay, cool. Next, abstraction. See, we discussed inheritance, polymorphism. Next, third one, abstraction. Abstraction. What is abstraction? It is a process of hiding implementation details and showing only functionality to the user. Actually, this abstraction is not required for Selenium testing. It's only for developers. Okay, concept is there, I will explain. It is a process of hiding implementation details and showing only functionality to the user. We have two types of methods in Java. One is concrete methods, another is abstract methods. See, observe, earlier we discussed two types of methods. One is method with returning a value, another is method without returning any value. That classification is different. That is general classification. In this scenario, means abstraction scenario, we have two types of methods. Say, based on the scenario, earlier we discussed two types of methods. Method with returning a value, method without returning any value. That is general classification. This is another classification. Abstraction point of view, we have two types of methods. One is concrete methods, another is abstract methods. Concrete methods means the methods which are having body. Abstract methods means the methods which are not having body. Say, I will create one abstract class. In abstraction chapter, I will explain all concepts related to abstraction. Just I will create one abstract class. Abstract class having one or more abstract methods. Suppose I am taking this class C. Class C. Say public just a minute. Take new class. Suppose class name bikes. Class name bikes. Class name bikes. Suppose public void handle. Display bikes have handle. Observe, Madhavi, is it concrete method or abstract method?
I think concrete method, sir.
Concrete method. Yes, complete method. Next, seat. Open curly braces. See, bikes have seat. This is also concrete method. Next, public void wheels. Open and close parenthesis, semicolon. This is abstract method. Observe, quick fixes, add body, otherwise change bikes dot wheels to abstract. This is abstract method. Suppose if any one method in the class is abstract, then class also abstract. Abstract. Observe. This is abstract class, means incomplete class. In this class, two concrete methods and one abstract method available. Next, how to reuse methods from abstract class, that I will explain in main chapter. Now I just showed this one, how to create concrete and abstract methods. Abstract class, creating abstract class. Next, and one more thing, try to create object. Saloni, try to create object. Bikes obj equal to
New bike.
new bikes semicolon. Still error. What is the problem? We cannot create instance or object in abstract class. Getting this point, Prithvipal? We cannot create object or instance in abstract class. Then how to access abstract? How to access methods from abstract class? That we will discuss in main chapters. Next, one more thing is there. Encapsulation. Small topic, encapsulation. Actually, this encapsulation also not required for our test automation. Is only for developers. Okay, in main chapter I will explain encapsulation also. First of all, what is encapsulation? It is a process of wrapping code and data into a single unit. It is a process of wrapping code and data into a single unit is called encapsulation. One general example for encapsulation. Capsule, medical example. Capsule. Capsule is mixer of several medicines. Next, encapsulation is the technique making the fields in a class private and providing access via public methods. What is the advantage of encapsulation? It provides control over the data. We can make a class read only or write only. See, for security purpose we use encapsulation. Anyhow, it is used for developers only. In Selenium testing, we don't use this concept. Observe, Prithvipal, what is encapsulation?
So it is wrapping the code and methods in the single
Code
unit.
and data, not
Code and
methods.
data. Okay.
Wrapping code and data into a single unit. What is the advantage of encapsulation? It provides control over the data. Next, we can make a class read only or write only. Okay. Example,
Okay, sir, got it, sir.
example I will show in main program, main class. It is only overview. Okay. This is about Java
Java.
for Selenium. Quick tutorial. Just a final conclusion. Say we already discussed how much Java is required for Selenium. See, Java is ocean. All Java concepts are not required for Selenium. How much Java is required for Selenium? Core Java
So
is enough. Advanced Java is not required. See, we can segregate Java for Selenium into two categories. One is Java fundamentals, another is Java oops. Core Java is enough for test automation. Advanced Java is not required. We discussed all core Java concepts, Java fundamentals and Java oops. Next, in these fundamentals and oops also, I will explain in brief usage. comments. Shall we use comments in our Selenium test cases, Prudvipal?
Yes, sir, we do sometimes. Just like to more clear the.
Yes. Say
Yes.
writing comments is not mandatory task, but if you write meaningful comments, that is best practice, coding
To make it
standard, anybody can
more clear.
understand the program. In our scenario test case, in our test cases, if we write comments, then anybody can easily understand the test case. Okay na?
Okay, sir.
Next, data types we use or
Yes,
don't
sir.
use.
We use.
Yes, we use data types. See, in test automation, most of the time we handle data, different types of data for storing and operating data types required. Next, modifiers.
Yes, sir.
Modifiers, limited use or no use. Say modifiers are required for developers. They use public, private, protected, etc. Security point of view. In our
So
test
limited.
automation, most
No
of the
use.
time, 99%, 100% we use public modifier only. Ours is teamwork. We share all resources to all team members. Getting?
Yes, sir, got it.
So most of the time 100% we use public access modifier only. Getting?
Yes.
Next, another modifiers are there na, access modifiers, non-access modifiers are there na.
Yes, sir.
We use
Also
non-access modifiers. For example, static modifier is there. We use static modifier for creating static methods and static variables. Getting? Next, one more non-access modifier, final modifier is there. We use final modifier for finalizing the value, variable value. Okay, limited use, modifiers, limited use. See, we have two types of modifiers, access modifiers, non-access modifiers. Most of the time we use public access modifier only. Usually we don't use private, protected, etc. access modifiers. Next, another type, non-access modifiers. We use non-access modifiers. Static modifier. We use static modifier for creating static methods and static variables. Next, final modifier for finalizing variable values, etc. Next, what about variables, Praveen Rao? We use or don't use in our Selenium test automation, functional test automation using Selenium.
Yes, sir, we are using
Yes,
variables.
we use variables for storing the data. Next, Sridevi, operators. We use or don't use operators?
We use operators,
Yes,
sir.
for mathematical calculations, operators mandatory. For mathematical calculations or logical comparisons, etc. We use
Sir.
operators. Next, Madhavi, conditional statements.
Sir, we use in Selenium.
Yes, we use conditional statements. For example, for to insert verification points, and for error handling, we use conditional statements. Next, loop statements. Saloni, loop statements.
Yes, sir, we use.
Yes, we use loop statements for repetitive execution. Next, strings. It is more important for our test automation. Whenever we read data, then computer program considers the data as string type data. So strings we use. Arrays, limited use or no use. Limited use for reading data from Excel file, we use array. Limited use. Next, IO operations we use. Okay, na Pradvipal, input output operations. Santosh, IO
Yes,
operations.
sir.
Is it useful
Yes,
in
we
our
do.
test automation or not?
Yes, we use.
We use. Next, file handling, Suleiman. File handling.
Yeah, we use file
Yes, we
handling.
use file handling. See, for data-driven testing, we work with text files, Excel files, etc. File handling we use. Next, built-in methods, Sridevi.
Yes, sir, we use built-in
We use
methods, sir.
built-in methods for handling, for operating strings, numbers, characters, arrays, etc. Next,
Characters.
user-defined methods. We use user-defined methods
We
in our
we
test
use, sir.
cases. If you find more reusable components, if we find more reusable components, then you can reduce the code size. In our test cases, we use user-defined methods. Exception handling, yes, we use exception handling. Next, what are the remaining? Whoops,
Inheritance.
inheritance. Yes, we use inheritance for reusing class members. Polymorphism, limited use. Usually, we don't create methods with same name. If any scenario is there for creating methods with same name, then we use polymorphism, limited use. Limited use. Inheritance use. Polymorphism, limited use. Abstraction, Prudvipal,
I think no use,
no
sir.
use. Encapsulation,
No use.
no use. Okay, this is about Java for Selenium. Any queries, Sridevi? Any queries? Say I'm going to close the session. Madhavi, any
No,
queries?
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Madhuri,
No questions, sir.
okay, cool, cool.
Thank you.
Welcome. Praveen Rao,
No, sir, I'm good.
cool.
Thank you.
Prithvipal,
No, sir, I'm fine, thank you.
cool. Saloni,
I'm good, sir.
okay,
Thank you.
okay, welcome. Santosh,
No, sir, I'm good.
welcome. Suleiman,
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you.
welcome. Sridevi,
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
okay. We'll meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you.